gentlemen.
Well, folks, it's the bottom of the ninth, and Santi just realized that the Blue Jays absolutely suck. Oh, it's a cute thing that they haven't been in the World Series in 1,000 days, and all of a sudden they realize that you need to win not one, not two, not three, but 4 games in order to be World Series champions. And all of a sudden they think after the first game victory that they are the best. No, not so fast, folks. And just like that, down 2-1 to the L.A. Dodgers. Yeah. You're so stupid, Santi. Yeah.
You must be amongst the absolute worst sports fans imaginable. You're somehow a Cowboys fan and a Dodgers fan all at once. It's disgusting. It's atrocious. I won't stand by it. I have a low short fuse today after staying up for 7 hours until 3 a.m. Eastern, 18 innings just to watch the Blue Jays lose. At the very least, I went to the game that they won. So I think I'm their good luck charm. I think that's what's happening here. I should go to more Jays games. That's what I should do. You know what? Maybe I'll go if there is a game 6 on Friday, and I'll put on La Yesca to stream for me. That's what I'm going to do. And give you no viewers. I'll make sure that everyone comes to check out La Yesca instead, just to punish you for this little stupid bit that I knew you were hanging on to for the first 20 minutes of us just shooting the shit here.
Wait. Your line was supposed to be, oh, it's not about the Blue Jays anymore. It's more about Bolt Up.
I just change hats every week depending on what's more convenient to me.
Yes, sir. Santi. Hey, not only that, did you know? And while all that was happening with the Blue Jays and Dodgers, that the Raptors lost to the San Antonio Spurs by 19. Hey, too bad you guys are more main event Blue Jays. Let us. What word?
Lost. Well, folks, hopefully that gets you geared up for this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. All international viewers outside of the United States, Venezuela, Cuba, the Caribbean countries, and Japan do not give 2 shits about what we're talking about because it's baseball. But this is the coolest wrestling podcast on the planet, the Wrestling is Cool podcast, where sometimes we dive into other things that aren't wrestling, mostly just to roast each other, because I'll have you know, I pretty much had an entire speech planned if we were up in this series.
Oh yeah, dude. I wasn't watching for anything. I was like, please, I don't want to go into the podcast down 1-2.
You know what's funny? I was in the darkness of my office watching at 3 a.m. and the Dodgers hit the 18th inning home run, and immediately I see my phone light up, and it just lights up my sad face, and I know it's Sancho, and I'm like, I'm not opening it. I open it in the morning, and it says, let me get the exact quote for you guys. Sancho messaged me, ha 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 ha. It's important to note that they're all individual messages, so it kept lighting up my face at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Like you're on your phone gooning hours, bro. Sitting there.
Imagine, yeah. After that, I'm like, all right, time to go on the hub, try to let loose after that loss, and I just see Sancho's notifications popping up on the phone.
Seeing the reflection on your phone, the sadness in your eyes. I'm surprised you showed up to work, Santi. Wow.
I know, man.
Facing the music like a man.
I'll have you know, man, if the Blue Jays win this World Series, I think I will personally ship myself in a cake to your home and come out Marilyn Monroe style to roast you. That's what's going to happen. It'll be to that level degree of diabolical debauchery if the Blue Jays win the World Series. But if the Jey Uso wins the World Champion, I think I'll retire from this. I think I'll retire from wrestling content creation. Oh, folks, just a reminder, you can, of course, be getting this episode 3 days earlier than everywhere else.
Dude, by now, the free people, the public, the
The
World Series
poors.
could be over. It could be over.
It could be.
It could be the lawyers.
Dude, it's going to be over. I have
knew
no
it.
faith in this.
I knew it. You retreat before any signs of any kind of obstacle. You're like, all right, I'm good. Bolt up. That's
Bolt.
you, dude.
We beat the Vikings Thursday Night Football. Bolt up, baby. We got the Tennessee Titans next. Bolt up. That's what I'm here for, baby.
Always winning.
I can't be losing if I'm always winning. Just switching hats. Anyways, before Sancho rudely interrupted housekeeping, you could, of course, be getting this episode of the podcast 3 days earlier than everywhere else over on patreon.com/SantiZap, where you can get the Raw reviews, the SmackDown reviews, the currently ongoing Ryback in review, the currently ongoing John Cena Championship series, where we're ranking every single John Cena World Championship win and championship loss. You can watch the already finished Undertaker rank series, the already finished Royal Rumble rank series. There is over 1,000 hours worth of content there for you. That's not to mention also the weekly Match Club matches that you get to vote for Sancho and I to do a watch along for. We're currently in the middle of Spooky Week, a bunch of Halloween themed matches, and next week we will be doing retirement matches in honor of John Cena's retirement tour. Patreon.com/SantiZap. Go check it out for $5, 5 shillings, 5 Kurt shillings. You could get all of this content. Are we doing movie night this Friday? Is that what we're doing?
It's Halloween, Santi. I got kids. You think I want to?
I got kids. All right, Heath Slater. Whatever. Just send them out, man. Dude, it's safe, man. There's no safer night than Halloween than to send your kids going to strangers' homes. It's a safe thing. Just let them do it. Let them do it by themselves. It builds character. Oh, what? They got kidnapped? 4 letters, 1 word. Lost. My child is lost. Please help.
You're gonna see me on live stream fails. Watching the movie in the dark, see no evil, and then all of a sudden the door's gonna swing open and it's gonna be my wife and I'm dead.
My wife,
who
dead. Would be ironically dressed as Borat for Halloween.
That'd be a weird costume. Actually, she's going to be Sally. I'm gonna be Beryl, and my son's gonna be Oogie Boogie.
That all went over my head. I don't know what any of that is. You could have easily made that up. Like, genuinely, yeah, Oogie Woogie. What is that, the AEW champion?
Damn.
It's a joke. Relax.
AEW casting strays, dude.
AEW champion Oogie Woogie.
I mean, isn't John Moxley just Oogie Boogie out there trying to murder people every day?
So, Sancho, what do you want to oogle boogle about?
Where's Cody, dude? Was he supposed to be on Monday night? Where were you, Cody? Come on, Cody.
Wait, what was he supposed to be on Monday Night Raw for?
I don't know. It's Cody Rhodes. Just put him everywhere, right?
Well, he might be walking somewhere. We saw WrestleMania feet pics getting leaked.
For free.
For free, too. We saw a bunch of feet.
For free, Waggy.
Bunch of shoes. I think people were immediately excited because this is usually how you debut like a faction or a new character, right? News has come out, unfortunately, that this is just an advertisement for WrestleMania 42. And holy hell, underwhelming, Batman. Like, they had to have known that this type of marketing was just going to elicit anger. If you ask me, like, WrestleMania does not need hype packages and advertisement as early as October. What are we doing here? Why are we trying to create a hype for and buzz for WrestleMania 42 at the moment? And you do it in a way where it's so clearly going to generate buzz for something entirely different, so that when you reveal that it's for WrestleMania 42, it's just going to be a bunch of groans. Like there's no timeline where people are like, oh, awesome. What a great tease for WrestleMania. Thank God they did this in October. Lame, Sancho, lame.
Currently, what's happening in Fortnite, there's current teasers happening, such as a Bart Simpson's tree. So it was funny to see the WWE Universe turn into little Fortnite teaser type of followers, you know?
Yeah, but when
Going, "Oh,
Fortnite
whose shoe
teases
is that? Let me go ahead and study the shoe. Is this going to be, what size is it? Oh, that's definitely a loafer. Oh, no socks, no ankle. Is it Gunther? Like, Jesus.
No socks, no ankle.
Gunther. Like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And it's one of those things, like, whoever came up with the marketing, because like as soon as the response is like, oh, someone's gonna be coming back as a Jericho, it's gonna be Austin Theory, and everyone's like, oh dear God, this is just not what we wanted.
Dude,
no.
I remember like this is the type of marketing that like it was used by like Smash Brothers, right, to reveal a new character. Right? Oh my God, whose ankle was that? Oh my God, is that a cardboard box? Huh, it's Solid Snake. What? What's the reveal here, man? We're doing WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. Get fucked, New Orleans. No, nobody cares about this.
You know what it is? I really do think about that. It just shows us how hungry we are for something different. That's what it is. Like, we want something like fresh. We need it. Like, we're so desperate for something awesome to hit us. We're like, is this Jericho? And it's like, dude, it's like Jericho's up there, right? What can he produce in terms of bangers? Don't know. But I think it's more of a reflection on the current state of the WWE's current product, is that, oh, we want a new toy already. We're already fiending for a new toy.
It could be that. I still genuinely think that this is the type of filming and marketing that you do for the reveal of a faction or somebody. Even if we were getting amazing product right now, even if it was like, you know, WrestleMania 40 levels of build, amazing good. If I saw this, my initial thoughts, initial expectations would be the debut or the return of somebody. And if it was revealed to be, you know, advertisement for a PLE, I'd still be disappointed whether the product was good or not. I just think that this is, I think it's tone deaf. More to what you're saying. It's tone deaf in the sense that how does WWE now recognize that we're so hungry for something new that the product has been fairly stale? It had a couple of good weeks there, you know, and like the build up to Crown Jewel. But for the most part, like 85% of it has been very stale. They had to have known that this type of marketing was just going to elicit the fan theories and expectations that they weren't going to deliver on.
Not just a game, it's just a theory, a game theory.
R.I.P. Matt Pat.
He's not dead. I literally saw him on Dexastro, whatever that place is.
R.I.P.
Looking good, looking handsome, Matt Pat's handsome.
Is he?
Yeah.
Who's more handsome, me or Matt Pat?
Santi, I have a bone to pick with you.
What did I do?
And I speak for the people. And I even speak for Santi Slammers.
I'm too handsome.
Wait, I'm not. Look, I know people think I'm just a Sancho Mania guy, right? But I speak for both people, right? I speak for the Santi Slammers and the Sancho Maniacs out there. You, for almost years, has denied every single request to oil up, my friend. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, when a celebrity like Jelly Roll goes, "Hey, Santi, why don't you oil up, buddy? Let's do it." Handshake. You're like, "Sure, pal, I'll oil up for you. Here I go." Immediately, you grovel. You get down and you oil up for Jelly Roll?
I want to make something perfectly clear. This isn't, you're looking at this the wrong way, Sancho. You are looking at this the wrong way. You are looking at it as if Jelly Roll is making Santi oil up. No. You should be thanking me. This is Santi making Jelly Roll go off the top rope. Because I'm the one killed. That sounds like a Jelly Roll problem. He's the one willing to do it for the oil up. I've taken the meme and I've taken it to mainstream, something that people want so bad that I'm making Jelly Roll risk his life for it. You should thank me. You should right now get on your knees and thank God that Santi has managed to convince Jelly Roll to go off the top rope. See, I'm playing 10-dimensional chess. You think Santi's the one bending over for the Grammy Award nominated it's a celebrity. No. They're bending over for the will of Santi for the will of the oil. For Sancho, the will of the people. The people want the oil up, and I saved it. I saved this for the perfect moment. I cashed in my chip. I cashed in my jelly from the top rope in the bank. And not only will the people potentially be getting the oil up Santi that they've been wanting, that you say I've been holding back, but now it's going to be extra special because they might see Jelly Roll Shooting Star Press. You're welcome.
There's always a plan B.
Dude, you know what this is, right? You thought you had me, but I just got up from the middle of a bathroom blood pool like the end of Saw. Da-da-da, da-da. I've been playing this game all along, man. I've just been waiting to cash in this oil up chip for the... Look, I would have happily saved it for a Johnson & Johnson sponsorship. I would have saved it for that, but instead, I did it for the people. I did it for a Jelly Roll top rope move. You're welcome.
My dude, do you think we're gonna get an oil up chant? Like, honestly, right? I wonder if people are gonna pop extra when they see, like, dude, I if I'm reading at home reacting to a Jelly Roll PLE match, which is gonna happen, and I see Jelly Roll go touch that turnbuckle, and I'm gonna go like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. Oh my God, dude.
It would be genuinely like fart laughter inducing if there's an oil up chant in the WWE arena and WWE production has no clue what it's for. Actually, you know what? No, they must have a clue, right? Like if Jelly Roll wants to get this done, he's gonna have to convince somebody at WWE to let him do a top rope move. And when they say why, here's why, and then he lays out the whole Santi Zab oil up lore.
Dude, he's gonna have to get so much. He's gonna have to contact his lawyers, his insurance, his manager. It's gonna have to go to Michael Hayes. He's gonna have to go to Triple H. He's gonna have to go to Nick Khan.
This is gonna have to go up the hierarchy. See, guys,
gonna go.
All of this because I held off on the oil up meme for the perfect moment. Sancho, now that I've laid out my context, aren't you happy that I did? Aren't you happy that I didn't immediately just cave to the people? That I instead bottled this up like a marketing business genius for an awesome Jelly Roll top rope moment and backstage conversations about Santi oiling up?
I just wanted to go. Imagine it got to The Rock, the final boss.
And then at WWE Unreal. So then I said, Santi has to oil up.
Let's do it. Okay, I see. Okay, to answer your question, to go back, if you oil up, it'd be Santi. Santi's more handsome than Matt.
Oh, okay. So, all right, that's good to know. So, wait. So, dried, he's more handsome dry.
Yeah.
What if we both oiled up?
Oh God, Matt Pat wins.
Oh, so you think the oil up is like a buff?
Why do you think wrestlers oil up? You think it's just for shenanigans? You think it's just for like an advantage to slip out of people's gramps?
It would make you fairly slippery, like tiny little slug.
Dude, to think that you were this close to oiling up for Dijak. Wow.
Yeah, see, I saved it. I didn't save myself. I saved the meme for the best possible moment. There will come a point, Sancho, where Jelly Roll will have done this, goes off the top rope, he gets Santi lathered up, and then somewhere down the line, he goes on to win a bunch of Grammys. Bunch of you will not remember Jelly Roll for the Grammys. You will remember him for the top rope move that got Santi oiled up. What a timeline. It is kind of crazy, though, that wrestling content creation and a dumb meme from one wrestling content creator has reached this. Right, it's gotten to this. It's kind of hard to really put into words, but I don't think it got into this because it's such a big meme. I think it got to this because Jelly Roll is such a big wrestling fan who has his finger on the pulse of what's happening in the wrestling space beyond what's happening in the WWE and his work obligations. He watches YouTube. He's a comments gremlin. He's listening to podcasts, so he's in the know. So Yeah, like this is pretty much 99% on the back of Jelly Roll just being such a giant wrestling nerd and fan that he's taken the oil up memes to new heights. I thought it was Chris Van Vliet. I'm like, this is the peak of the oil up meme. Yo, Chris Van Vliet might be in line for a Nobel Peace Prize for brokering the deal of the century. The oil up ceasefire, bro. That's it. It'll stop. It'll be an oil up ceasefire in the comments. No more people commenting oil up because the oiling up is going to happen.
He's gonna put a picture of you in a bottle of oil, like holding up their little do rags together, little bandanas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good times,
Wow.
man.
Isn't it wild the butterfly effect that you have in this industry? And it's not even like what's the word? Positive is not the word I'm looking for. It's a very random effect, you know? Like it's so random.
Yeah,
so random.
It's a weird effect for sure. I totally get what you mean. I don't know that I have a positive influence. I think it's definitely more. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I think I don't know. It's like
it's very Simpsons like.
Just a stupid influence. It's like like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon weird influence.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I had a random question for you. I was watching Raw, and they were showing people, you know, like, hey, so and so's here, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Would you be the one where they go, Santi, we want to shoot you? You just pick up and wave your hand and say hello. How big of a pop you're getting?
I think I'd get I think I'd get something. I think I'd get a little bit. Yeah. I mean, like, listen, it's really hard for me to go to wrestling shows. I get swarmed. I do. This isn't like a vanity thing. It's what happens. Even indie shows, AEW shows, it's tough for me to be able to even just go to the bathroom and take a piss. Like, it's tough. And at WWE shows, it's 10 times worse because that's all I do. I cover WWE. I'll get a tiny little pop. You might hear something. You might hear a little something.
See, I would be afraid to do it because the thought of no pop. You know, I already get no pop here at Wrestling is Cool all the time.
I mean, I wouldn't be afraid of no pop. I think it'd be hilarious if I got no pop because then it's just content. That's the thing, man. in this space of content creation, anything and everything, even embarrassing moments, if you're willing to do them, it's just content at the end of the day. It's just entertainment. And I don't take it that seriously. If I got no pop, cool. It's going on the Reddit video.
There's the last question I had for you is is it oil over the clothes? Or are you going to wuss out and put oil over the clothes and just douse yourself?
No, it's shirtless oiling up, man. I'll make sure, listen, once I can start to sniff out that Jelly Roll's man going to come back to the WWE, because I think it'll be a long time. I think people are like, oh, by WrestleMania. Jelly Roll has tours. He took time off of these tours to do the wrestling stuff. And I'm assuming the trade-off with the manager is like, hey, your next tour is going to be pretty long. So I think that Jelly Roll is going to be on the road working his actual job here for a long time, maybe the next year. People forget, man, like it took Bad Bunny like over a year to get back into the ring after his WrestleMania 37 match, right? He had his match at WrestleMania 37, and then it wasn't until an entire year later. More than that, right? After WrestleMania 39. So 2 years later for him to get back into the ring because he was touring, because he was being a famous person. So I got time, one, to get really jacked and get really lean, because if I'm going to oil up, it is going to be shirtless. It is going to be exposing the goods, and I better look good in it. I better look good oiled up.
Is the goods the nips? Is that what you're saying?
The goods is just all of this. It's not the good goods, if you know what I'm saying. You're not getting that. You got to pay for that.
You're not getting the...
That's on patreon.com/Santi's app. Yeah, that's a Patreon exclusive right there.
I derailed this as always, but...
That's all right. We haven't really talked about wrestling. We talked about WrestleMania feet pics and me oiling up. That's been the podcast and baseball.
And baseball.
All right, let's talk about. I think if we talk about Saturday night's main event, it takes us down a rabbit hole of all of the different topics. Like if you wanted to talk about Jade Cargill's heel turn, about like Jey Uso, stuff like that. I think if we just kind of go through it on a match by match basis, we'll hit all of those notes. So yeah, let's talk about Saturday night's main event and give some predictions. Let's start off with the fully confirmed Intercontinental Championship triple threat match between Dominic Mysterio, Rusev, and Penta. I'll pass it over to you. What are your thoughts so far? Build up to this, and are you excited for the match?
I'm very excited for the match. I feel like this is going to be a playground, the ultimate playground for Dirty Dom to show off all of his tricks of the trade, his bag of tricks. I don't think he runs out of tricks here. I'm not annoyed. I'm not tired. This is such a refreshing thing. I mentioned it so many times on this podcast and my own YouTube channel on Sancho West Wrestling that he's the thief, man. And we want to see the thief succeed. He's like a heist of the century every week type of vibe. The way he get like
Sly Cooper.
Like how he's going to get away with it. How he's going to be able to trick the referee. How he's going to trick the opponent. And for him to go up against Penta and Rusev at the same time, I feel like he's going to have more trickery up his sleeve that's going to be so creative, so unique, because I don't feel that his comeuppance should happen now on a Saturday Night's Main Event. It should happen at Mania. If we're going to have a comeuppance for Dominic Mysterio, give it at Mania. Give Penta the big whatever, even Rusev a big whatever, or even Sheamus if they wanted to go that route and give him this IC title at WrestleMania. It has to be off of Dom. I think Dom is adding prestige to this title. I know earlier you were in like, it's fool's gold, but that wasn't when he was active with the title. He was just holding on to it. Now that he's actually active with the title here and in AAA down in Mexico, it's Beautiful. Adding so much prestige to the title. And it's going to make it, like I mentioned, the moment that he does lose mean something, because I think is when he runs out of tricks. It's like every heist movie, one last heist, going deep into the bag, and then there's nothing there. It's empty. He's going to have to rely on himself. And I think that's what's interesting. Also, the WWE, they have a tendency, Santi, where they go, "Woo, you're not supposed to like this guy this much. Let's go ahead and try to douse out this fire." And I don't see that happening with Dominic Mysterio, because they're letting him cut promos and commercials, and I think they're going to see how long this goes. How long can this Dominic Mysterio, how much gas is in this tank? And I think there's a lot of it.
Yeah, I've just been loving what they've been doing with Dominic Mysterio on Monday Night Raw. You're right, and I stand by what I said. It felt like Dominic's championship reign in the first 3 months was being wasted, right? What a great win he had at WrestleMania. He got an encore standing ovation, people wanting him to come back to celebrate again, only to do absolutely nothing with him for the next 4 months after that. I was very disappointed. This is what I wanted right off the get-go, right? And people, so you saw that you should have been patient. Why? Why should I be patient? Why shouldn't I have gotten this right away? We could have gotten this the entire time. We could have had a fully entertaining Intercontinental Championship run from beginning to end. That's my humble opinion. I don't know why people are okay for settling for mediocrity simply to get something good at the end. I think as consumers, especially those that pay good money to be part of this very expensive hobby, we should expect good from the onset, from the very beginning. And that's not what we got. But now, this is the type of championship run that I wanted out of a Dominic Mysterio. It is consistently the best thing on Monday Night Raw. You want to jump in?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what's the red flag when you go to a restaurant? What's that red flag right out the gate? You're like, ooh, this is not good. This is not a good start.
Yeah, the waiter takes forever to even come talk to me, right? It takes forever to take my order. Or they take my order and then it takes forever to get to me. That's immediate red flags, right? I, as a consumer, you know what? I want to be entertained. I want to be satisfied. I want to feel like my time and my money is being put to good use right off the bat. And for some reason, us wrestling fans have just sort of become okay with accepting crap to eventually get something good. And I don't think that we should be that way. I think we should expect good out of the WWE at all times and call it out when it's bad.
It's because it costs a lot of money, man.
Yes.
It's a product would you say, I would have to say now that wrestling is becoming a luxury.
Okay. All right. So I went to the Jays game, right? I went to the Jays game. World Series. First World Series game in, oh my God, days. 32 years. 32 years. I was third row. I had VIP lounge access for $1,700 Canadian dollars. Put that at around $1,400 US dollars. That is borderline nosebleeds at WrestleMania. That's insane. That's crazy, right? That's crazy talk. Toronto's a massive market, and a World Series game is $1,400 US dollars, which is very expensive for a baseball game. Incredibly expensive for a baseball game. and yet still pennies on the dollar compared to WWE. Insanity. Absolute insanity. But it's not even just the dollar cost, right? When you should be expecting something good, it's the time sink. There's so many hours of WWE that WWE fans need to stay on top of to be in the know, to be part of the zeitgeist, the conversation. And if a huge portion of it is just dedicated to poor storytelling or no storytelling like it was with Dominic Mysterio, I think fans are in the right to call it out that it's bad. And I just don't think that it's worth coming to the defense of the WWE by saying, you got to be patient. You just wait. Why? You should want it to be good at all times. I don't think that that's a crazy statement.
So, who wins?
Dom wins. And I'm almost purely hanging on the fact that I want it to be Dom and Cena. Purely hanging off the fact that I think we could be running Dom and Cena at War Games. We have John Cena right after Saturday night's main event for 2 episodes of Monday Night Raw at huge venues at Madison Square Garden, TD Gardens in Boston. What's left for him to build up to that has importance in the career and legacy of John Cena? What's left? He's done it all. Sure, there's some cool matches here or there that he could be building to, but like if he's going to have a match at War Games, there's no savory War Games match right now where you're like, yeah, that's what I want John Cena in. So if that's not the case, what's like the thing left for Cena to do? It's the Grand Slam. It's going after whoever the IC champion is. And Rusev would be interesting because that's a callback. Penta would be brand new. But Dominic is the right call. Dominic would be the right call for Cena. Maybe I'm expecting a little too much here, expecting it to be Dom and Cena, but that's what I'm going to cling on to. That Dom is going to win so that we can set up Dom and Cena.
Would it be wild to speculate that you get Dom and Cena and then you get Sheamus? This is his last match?
It's not crazy. It's so funny you mentioned that because I just talked about that in the video that I uploaded what would be the Tuesday, so the same day as this goes up for the patrons a few days ago for the free viewers. Somebody asked me like, what a shame. Somebody said, what a shame that Sheamus wasn't around more or that Cena isn't sticking around longer to give a Cena versus Sheamus. Something I pointed out is that we're not too many degrees of separation away from getting a Sheamus versus Cena match, even just on Monday Night Raw, or maybe even the retirement match. I don't think people will be mad about Cena and Sheamus being Cena's last match for the IC title. I'd be fine with that. Sheamus is feuding with the Judgment Day. What faction holds the IC title? The Judgment Day. So we're not that far from IC title Sheamus. It's a couple degrees of separation. And then not that far away then from Cena and Sheamus either, because they're going to be on the same show. So the chances are low, but I don't think they're zero.
Well, the thing is more about it is that John Cena's reference for his past opponents has been very open. Like we've seen his AJ Styles, and I mean, the one dude he hasn't paid any kind of reverence or respect to is Sheamus.
Okay, to be fair, in John Cena World Championship Series, I just watched John Cena versus Sheamus. The worst match so far of the championship series. It was awful.
Well, I mean, it's not. Sheamus at that time was just like not the Sheamus that we have now.
Yeah, he was a noob. Different. He was 6 months into his main roster run, and he's beating Cena in a tables match. By the way, singles tables matches, what a terrible stipulation.
Oh wait, like just throwing each other into the table, like
winner. You win by putting your opponent through a table, but in a singles environment, that sucks because if you're setting up a table, there's nothing going on. Meanwhile, in a tag environment, right, one person can set the table and action can still be happening. Singles tables matches, nada.
You know what I need to do, Santi? You know what we need to do?
What?
We need to invent a table, a pro wrestling table that automatically the tables go up, like the legs go out without any kind of, here he goes. If you're watching, you know what's happening. Audio listeners, Santi is now.
Sharks, I would like to present to you the auto building table. I would like to ask for $500,000 or 5% of the company. And I promise you that at no point in this company, Sancho will be on the thumbnail. So come on, Sharks, Mark Cuban, how about you partner up with Santi?
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
what's the table? Explain the table, Santi. It's a table that folds out immediately. The legs go out.
Yeah, it's a
Boom.
Back to the Future table.
Yeah, instantly sets up, so we don't have to do that long.
Dude, they
And
make that
do the
like
thing.
they make that furniture now where you can buy like
Fold it over.
yeah, like you kind of like just take it out of the packaging and it just sort of expands and builds on its own.
Yeah, vacuum sealed tables.
Yes, that's
sick,
it.
dude.
Sharks, please.
Sharks.
Right here, join
Have
us.
you ever watched pro wrestling? They bring out the table and it just takes so much time. Wouldn't you just want a table that instantly
Dun dun
pops
dun
up?
dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know that started as a Canadian show. Dragon's Den. That's how
Yeah,
it started.
but just like anything, the American take it over and make it better.
America.
Yeah. America, yeah. You do realize that this entire relationship that we had, I can't believe it's all coming to a Dodgers and Blue Jays match. It's kind of crazy, right? The Dodgers is basically like the John Cena of baseball. Like,
Yeah, dude. You know
Dog.
later in the year we have Cowboys and Chargers.
Yes, Chargers.
Cowboys and
Yeah, on
Chargers.
the 21st, 4 days before Christmas.
Yeah, man.
Should we
It's-
stream that together?
Yeah,
here you go.
I mean, I
Here
don't
you
see.
go. Bolt up more like
I'm probably
bolt and
busy.
run.
Bolton.
I'm probably busy.
I'm probably busy.
busy. Yeah,
Maybe,
cut to you sitting on
perhaps.
the toilet doing nothing.
Okay, so Intercontinental Championship match.
Dom wins.
I have Dom winning, but beyond that, what are we doing here with Penta and Rusev? Is it continued feud between those two? Because it looks like there's more tension there between those two than there is between Penta and Dom and Rusev and Dom. It seems like Dom is just sort of a byproduct of his own actions, and the real feud is Penta and Rusev.
And the Americanos.
Oh god. Okay, can I point some? Can I
Point it.
vent out?
Do it. Do it.
What has there been, man? Like 70 years of wrestling history at this point.
Yes.
Just such a
Yes.
long time. When has
Prestigious.
it ever worked out for the heel? Ooh, I don't want to face anybody, but there's a number one contender match. I know. I'm going to make sure that there is no number one contender. It never works out. It always leads to gentlemen, triple threat match, gentlemen.
It's official.
Yeah. I need a drink.
I'm bald.
Every time. Obviously, it's just an easy way to get to the triple threat, but come up. They got to find a different way to do that, man. I think it just makes the heels look stupid. It's not important at the end of the day, right? It really is just old man screams at clouds headline here from Santi, but like, come up with something new.
I would have liked if Adam Pearce make him more of a guy that wants to get Dom to lose a little bit. If they're in a way where Dominic Mysterio was just so oblivious that he just signed a piece of paper without knowing what he signed.
Sure. Why not, right? It'd be different.
Right.
It's right.
Hey, can we quickly sidebar here? Grande Americano.
Brother,
the
this
best
whole
thing in
thing
wrestling-
has been a sidebar. This whole
True.
episode has been a sidebar.
The greatest thing in wrestling in Mexico is Grande Americano. The biggest face down there in AAA is Grande Americano. I've literally watched a little bit of what happened in the last episode that they had on HBO Max. Brother, poor Vikingo. If there's one person on earth, it's not LA Knight. It's not anybody. It's not Karrion Kross. It is Vikingo. I've never seen anyone 180 so much so, and the dude did absolutely nothing to deserve to be a heel. Is booed out of the building. The dude can't open his mouth. He is literally talking to a guy who is pretending to be Mexican.
Let's be more specific. A German guy pretending to be an American guy who was pretending to be a Mexican guy that's pretending to be an American guy.
And the dude is getting booed by his own people out the building. Like, it's incredible. And then meanwhile, the WWE brings him over and he's just like 50% cool, like less cool than he is in Mexico, right?
Yeah,
Am
dude.
I wrong?
El Grande Americano bitched out Mijo del Vikingo. Like, completely bitched him out. The real Mexican in that ring was El Grande Americano, as far as I'm concerned. Because that dude, you're right. Like the crowd just is not having it with Vikingo. We said on this podcast that the Mexican Lucha Libre crowd, they hold grudges for life, for generations. It doesn't go away. It's not gonna go away with Vikingo. It's like that forever. The Vikingo's kids will get booed out the building. That's just how it's going to be. It's generational beef in Mexico. That's how it is.
He should just leave.
To where? They just
to WWE. It's the only way he gets cheers.
It's true. You're right. He did get love, a little bit more love at Worlds Collide, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first Worlds Collide, they loved him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's Triple Mania and the actual shows in Mexico where he is just public enemy number one. Next match. Let's talk about Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. A match that seems to still be up in the air if it's happening. They're talking about Tiffany Stratton's knee injury. They're saying that she's still adamant about competing. So there's a couple of talking points, right? First one is the Jade Cargill heel.
Poor Santi. You're falling for Triple H's nerfing. Oh,
it is classic nerfing. You're right. It's my ribs, classic type of deal.
My knee. Yeah.
Well, what I was going to ask, right, is because it could be nerfing or it. Okay, let me restart my train of thought. It's nerfing for sure. It's nerfing. Why are they nerfing her? Are they nerfing her to protect her in a loss, or are they nerfing her to get her ready to maybe take some time off? That's what I'm kind of wondering here. Is it one or the other, or is it just as simple as
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, or is it just as simple as we don't want to have Tiffany Stratton lose clean, or do we have an intention of Tiffany Stratton taking time off until the Royal Rumble, and we want something to be set up for her to be out that time with Jade Cargill being an evil, vicious heel attacking the knee during the match? So those are kind of the talking points that I'm referring to. But you're right, this is totally classic Triple H nerf. I appreciate it not being the ribs at the very least. At least it's not the ribs.
What's driving me crazy is when I did this review for this episode, I said, dude, this is amazing because this is the Jade that we were wondering would they ever hit. And I know there's a lot of things you have to talk about, like the failed experimentation of getting Jade Cargill over as a babyface. The WWE's investment, so much has gone into Jade, the babyface, to take over the WWE's women's division. Did not pan out, right? We were supposed to eventually get Bianca Belair, Naomi, and all that kind of things were supposed to happen in the cards for Jade Cargill. We did not get that. And then when I said, ooh, heel Jade's here going against Tiffany Stratton, people go like, oh, another match between Jade and Tiffany. Like, this is not the same match. This is going to be totally different. This is heel Jade, who looked amazing, by the way, wearing the leather and the white hair with the black ends. And at the same time,
the scar,
the ruby scar, by the way, because she had it sparkled. Damn, dude. She looked amazing. And she got the Taker gloves, you know, the one that where Taker's like.
Sancho is shadowboxing for those that are audio listeners.
Like Taker. But
I agree with you, by the way. I agree with you. This is a brand new match. But let me find the middle ground with your point and the point of oh my God, another match. Yeah. I would say that yes, this is a new match. I only need one of it though. I don't need a feud. I don't need a feud, which is why I partly think they set up this knee injury so she can take her out so that there isn't a follow-up for Tiffany Stratton, because I don't want to see more Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. This should be a one-off. Not only should this be a one-off, this should just be Jade Cargill winning and moving on to different things. Yes.
Did you feel that? I love Raquel, but dang, Jade Cargill had that Big Mommy Cool vibe too.
She did. This is what Jade Cargill has been needing. I don't even think that her babyface run was a failure. I think it was. No. I think it was just a mistimed run because of the injury to Bianca Belair, the pregnancy of Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
There's just all of the stuff that you were building up to, all of the cool shit you couldn't do, right? Mm-hmm. So, well, parachute out of here, right? Just kind of like with the John Cena heel turn, much higher degree of failure than the Jade Cargill babyface run. You had to parachute out of there. We weren't going to be able to pay off the thing with The Rock. We weren't going to be able to pay off the thing with Travis Scott. Let's get the hell out of here and do the thing that we're eventually going to get to, which is John Cena finding the light and becoming a good guy. With Jade Cargill, all right, yeah, sure. We wanted her heel turn to be something bigger, something more grand, attacking the lovable Bianca Belair, one of the top baby faces in the company, and setting that up. But she's not here. We can't do it. Let's parachute out of this and just get to the thing we want to get to, which is Jade Cargill as heel. And I'm totally fine with the decision.
Isn't it crazy that Bianca Belair has been out for so long? I try to tell people, dude, finger injuries,
They're suck.
Not good. They do suck. It's almost going to... I mean, at this point, it's been 6 months. I think
that's crazy. Yeah.
Longer.
We're looking at 6 months. I think we're at the point where we're at that point of the year where I would just hold off on her returning until, because they do like those special episodes of Raw and SmackDown for their first episodes of the year. They did like New Year's Revolution, Day One, whatever it might be. I would just save her for New Year's Revolution or Day One, whatever it is that they plan on doing.
Do you think who's going to go after Jade then? If Jade wins, as we're predicting, if he's the new champion, who's the baby face? Who's the one that could try to take down Jade Cargill? Do you call up somebody?
I don't think that a call up is the right move at the moment. It is Bianca Belair, right? But I think both you and I kind of have that mindset that Bianca Belair might be a little bit far away. Here's the thing. One of the things that we just aren't giving enough tender love and care to as content creators is Survivor
TLC.
Series. Yeah, Survivor Series is a huge show. It's in a stadium. It's in Petco Park. Maybe they are ready for Bianca Belair, and it's Bianca Jade at a stadium show at Survivor Series. Maybe they realize, okay, maybe we don't have the legs to be able to extend this to WrestleMania. Maybe we don't, maybe more importantly, not even that feud doesn't have the legs. Maybe we just don't have the main event roster to be able to keep this feud on the back burner. Maybe Bianca is around the corner and it's Bianca Jade in a stadium show, but it's not WrestleMania. Instead, it's Survivor Series.
Is this a safe place?
Go ahead.
Give Jade Cargill a squash match out of PLE. Make her look so dominating. Like she is the next big thing. Dare I say a handicap match? What if she just came out there and just destroyed 2 local jobbers, or enhanced talent?
BFAB and Michin?
I didn't say that. Slow down, dude. I said local enhancement, dude. I didn't say them.
At a PLE, to be fair, they had her squash a bunch of local enhancement in AEW, and that's kind of like what worked in terms of building up her initial streak. But we're past that, sadly. Cat's out of the bag, it worked with Ryback. I know, but it worked with Ryback because he was a new character. And yes, this is a new character, but Cat's out of the bag with Jade. She's already been a champion in WWE. I think so. I don't think you can rely on the enhancement talent.
She debuts a new finisher, good old jackknife powerbomb. I mean, she's wearing the leather. I know PLEs are sacred now. All these 4 or 5 matches. We can't have any fluff, no fat. It needs to be lean. Can't have any kind of fun on PLEs. It's just going to be match commercial. That's all we're going to do. Why not have a random PLE with some shenanigans like a handicap match?
Well, I mean, if I'm paying like $35,000 for this PLE, I'd rather
want to see Jade Cargill?
I'd rather just see like an actual Jade Cargill match.
Versus who? There's the who?
Well, that's for WWE to figure. That's their job. That's their job as bookers to figure this out.
You have rumors. You have all these people talk about Chat GPT when they could Knock on the door on Sancho GPT, baby. That's right. The safe place right now will always deliver shenanigans, deliver excitement, and deliver outside the box booking, baby.
I'm just thinking, I'm just picturing right now WWE. All right, Sancho, your last choice.
Now,
How would you book
Sancho GPT?
Sancho GPT? How would you book Jade Cargill? All right, so we start off by giving LA Knight a world title match.
First, the question is, how can we make LA Knight champion? It's like one of those times when you do ChatGPT, you're like, no, that's not what I want. No, focus on this. Yeah. But LA Knight should be champion. We'll put them in a faction together. LA Knight, Jade Cargill. Why not? Let's make Jade heel. Let's turn LA Knight heel. Put him in some leather. Hey.
Both of them in leather.
Heel. Automatic heel. And for some reason, all my heels in my booking are leather. They're all leather.
Oh man. They all just become the bad guys from the Beat It music video. It's just that's just your definition of a heel. Next up, let's talk about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, the good guy in this story, the victim in this story, Drew McIntyre, as he continues to be screwed by WWE and their higher ups who want their golden goose, Cody Rhodes, to be protected. Corporate Cody. Sancho, thoughts on this feud match? What say you?
Are they so bold to finally do what they've wanted? I think what the lesson learned here is if Cody wants something and Cody didn't get it, I think Cody will eventually get it. And what Cody wants is to put the belt on Drew. I think that happens here. Just on that basic fact that the leak is WrestlePalooza. They wanted Randy and Cody and Drew, and then Randy and causes this and that, and Drew ends up champion, right? Because that's what Cody wants. And I think what Cody wants, Cody gets. And I think it's time. Let's put it on there because you know what is a fun Cody? You know what's an exciting Cody? Not the Cody that sits there like a preschool teacher or, yelling at the children. Enough. That's not a fun Cody Rhodes. We don't want that. We want the Cody that's bold, daring, dashing, charismatic, who goes up against the machine, who stands on top of the turnbuckle and points at Roman Reigns and goes, I want you, Roman. That's the kind of Cody Rhodes I want to see. We need to get Cody chasing something, living for something, brother. Not coming out there with his soulless little 3-piece suit and smiling all over the place and not getting pyro woes. That's not what I want.
Are they so bold, though? Are they willing to actually do the thing that people actually want to see? Like a big shock at Saturday night's main event. You're right. Like the formula has set itself up perfectly for them to redo the wrongs of WrestlePalooza, because they should have done it at WrestlePalooza. That would have been a true shock and awe, a true welcoming of the era of ESPN. I just think it'd be fucking hilarious if they don't do it on ESPN and instead they do it on Peacock, the platform that they already left. This is part of the reason why I'm thinking that they won't do it, that it's on Peacock, this platform that they barely have any sort of relationship with at the moment.
Just Peacock. You hit that second word so hard. Peacock.
Okay, so WrestlePalooza and Peacock. Am I saying all right? Am I hitting the P too hard? Is that what you're saying?
You're hitting the P a little too hard.
Okay, so I'm good with just saying, so if I soften it up, Peacock, I'm good?
Soft P, very important. Yes.
Soft P, all right.
Soft P.
Peacock. Peacock.
It's sad that it's taken us this long, so many years of the relationship with the WWE Peacock for someone to finally unlock this dumb brain rot. We only gonna have like a couple of months with it, dude. They're a month.
All right. That's part of the reason why I don't think that they're gonna pull the trigger. I want them to pull the trigger on this, but
on what show? On what network?
On Peacock. I'm trying to keep it soft, like you said. So the cock is not hard?
No.
You want me to keep the cock soft, Sancho?
I play Fortnite for a living, by the way.
All right. Where were we? What were we fucking talking about?
We're talking about them pulling the trigger on Drew on a Peacock.
On Peacock. I don't think that they're going to. I want them to. If they do, I'll be pleased. I will be happy. But I think that if I'm ESPN, I would be pissed. You know, I'd be mad. I genuinely would be upset as an ESPN executive if these super big ground shifting moments happen off of platform when I just recently paid north of $1 billion to get these moments on my platform. You know, why are these moments happening on the platform that you're currently on, that you have a long deal with, that I paid for? I would be mad. That's why I'm thinking it's not going to happen. I think that the new World Heavyweight Championship is an easy one to be like the ESPN. Sorry, we don't have a choice. Like, we need a World Heavyweight Champion, right? You want a champion going into your show of Survivor Series, right? ESPN, I think they can weasel their way out of that conversation, but I think it would be an awkward conversation between ESPN and WWE if WWE crowns a new champion off of ESPN.
Does this set up war games though? In my mind, I'm trying to figure out how can you set up war games? If, like you were mentioning, how can we lead momentum into the ESPN platformed PLE? And the only way you could do that is if you have Brock Lesnar involved in this match.
Oh,
I know, don't get mad. See, y'all get mad at me, but I'm the one trying to connect the dumb dots they're setting up here, okay? I'm the one that's seeing 4 down the road, so that way I'm not upset when it does happen, because I'm like, oh, of course they're going to have Brock do something here, because then you get war games. Imagine a world, you know, what's one of the biggest tropes that the WWE loves for Survivor Series, for war games, for all these kinds of things, Santi? I'm going to give you 1 second to think about it. Ready? You got it?
no.
Having 2 people not be friends work together in a match.
Will they be able to coexist?
They did it with CM Punk and Roman Reigns last year. If they do it with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, there's a drama in that War Games match. Dude, War Games is totally up in the air because Seth Rollins' injury. I have no idea what they're going to do. There's rumors that there's going to be OG Paul Heyman guys. There's going to be the Division with Brock Lesnar. There's so many things that could be doing. This is an option as well. It is a weird option. Does it make sense option? No. But if the people love Drew McIntyre anyway, and they cheer for him anyway, no matter how heinous things he does, if they make him the anti-hero babyface, maybe we have something here. Don't like it. Don't see it, but it could happen.
Yeah, I have no idea where War Games is going either, which I think is a good thing. You know, I don't mind unpredictability. I like also the fact that it's fine to not know where it's going to go when we actually have time to build it, right? We're in a rare air situation where after Saturday night's main event, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3 weeks even. We actually have a 4-week PLE cycle to build to Survivor Series War Games, and that in itself weirdly is a breath of fresh air, because we've been usually like huffing and puffing in between PLEs because they come and go so damn quickly. We actually have a full 4-week cycle here to build to Survivor Series War Games. And it's not just even like the War Games matches, because even the women's one's a little bit like convoluted. I don't even know what they're doing with the women either. I think it's a little bit more clear with the women than it is with the men. For the men, I genuinely have no freaking clue.
Yeah, Kabuki Warriors, Charlotte and Alexa, Secret Harvest.
You probably have Lyra and Bailey in there, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. Like there's things you can do, right? Like there's names. There's a big shared universe right now amongst of all of the women that could coalesce, right? Right now with the men, not so much.
Seth Rollins gone and everything collapsed.
Seth Rollins was the anchor being, right? Yeah, he passed away, moved on to.
Oh, he's not dead.
R.I.P. Seth Rollins, and now that destroyed the universe that was being anchored by Seth Rollins in a way, right? These are this is a Marvel reference. They talked about this in Deadpool, where we're like, when one being dies from that universe, the rest of the universe kind of implodes because they were holding it together, they were anchoring it, and Seth Rollins was the anchor of everything that was happening here on Monday Night Raw, and to a degree crossing over into SmackDown as well, right? With Cody Rhodes, and then that crossover became even more serious with their match at Crown Jewel. When Seth Seth Rollins passed away,
he's not dead.
it completely eviscerated. Thanos snapped the universe that Seth Rollins was creating.
At some point, I want to do a segment on this podcast figuring out what wrestlers would be in that void, with Professor X's sister and all the other.
Oh yeah, I'm about to make a name for myself. Who would be the Gambit of the WWE? That's the real question.
Well, the Gambit was somebody that was promised a movie, didn't get a movie, and had this whole thing around him. No. He is Louisiana Knight in some way.
Louisiana Knight. That's true. Dude, it's like, always LA Knight.
Oh, who's this? Oh, this is Louisiana Knight. Ooh, I'm gonna make yeah. Ooh.
I'm never gonna get a push for myself here.
Dude, why, Santi? Why?
Manti.
Why are we doing this to LA Knight when there's look, I know it's the Halloween season. I know you see that Spirit Halloween truck pulling up to our parking lot here at the Glaze Factory. You see them unraveling that banner, but we're not closed. We're not worried. Nah, because things are going to happen at Saturday Night's Main Event for LA Knight. Something's going to happen for him. I don't know if it's going to be a positive or negative, but we're not here. We're operating. My point I want to make you is, as someone that's been watching Justified Heels for close to 5 years with good old Triple H, why keep LA Knight a face? What's keeping him a face, brother? What is keeping you a face in this climate right now?
I think it's just the pops, the merch probably, because I mean, you're right. Like a justified heel LA Knight might be the only way that we get to LA Knight actually winning the world championship. I just think it's so funny that on this most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, he has a backstage interview. I'm next in line for the World Heavyweight Championship. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's you, CM Punk, or you, Jey Uso. And then he goes out and loses to Bron Breakker. Get fucked, basically. Just kidding. Yeah.
Dude, I tweeted this out. I go, why do I love wrestlers that lose so much? I said, why do I cheer for wrestlers that don't win? And I put a picture of Bron Breakker.
Do you feel like he went into business for himself when he held up the sign of "We want LA Knight, not Jey Uso"?
Hey, dude, he is a passive aggressive guy. Then, am I right? Like, I am sure he does it. You've probably worked with these people that clearly have issues with the company, but they're just so passive aggressive about it that they don't really fully express themselves. So then you don't really know if they're mad or not. And that's what I think LA Knight does backstage politics wise. Like, he just probably goes, yeah, whatever. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and lose the Bron. Yeah, sure. And you're like, are you sure? Are you cool with this, LA Knight? Yeah, cool. I'm a good soldier. Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, let me see the sign.
This is just a joke. It's not actually how I feel.
Yeah. It just says Jey Uso, LA Knight. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Dude. I wouldn't be surprised if we got in trouble for that. It's putting down the company plans, right, on live TV. Whether I agree with it, by the way, I agree with it.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like he's the kind of guy that kind of protests. Not in a way for him to get in you know what I mean? Like, he plays within the rules of the politics, but I think that hurts him the most. And again, I'm only speaking of what I see on television. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know. But what I do know is, like, if there's anybody that's justified for turning heel and causing a ruckus, it's him. Out of anybody. I've seen people turn heel for less. Like, you know what I mean? I've seen people turn heel for less. Jade Cargill turned heel for why? Right? She just said that it's her time now, which was a great promo, by the way. Absolutely dug it. By far her best promo in a while. But there was no rhyme or reason for Jade Cargill to turn heel. She didn't get, maybe she was screwed out of that triple threat. Remember, because it was a botch ending, we didn't get the way they planned it, where it was Jade supposed to get close to winning, then Tiffy steals it, then justifying her heel turn. But because it was botched, it just turned out being like, I'm mad at the world type of vibe. But LA Knight should be mad at the world. I'm mad at the world. I'm mad at the world
for LA Knight. We'll be heels for LA Knights. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah, we're gonna be the bad guys now.
Time to get some leather, Santi.
No, stop trying to leather me up.
Leather you up and oil.
Leather plus oil. Oh man, we're creating a whole dungeon of doom here. All right, let's wrap it up with Saturday night's main event. And wait, we didn't even give predictions.
Oh, prediction. I said.
You
I
think
said
Drew? I said Cody.
No. I think it's a do not finish. DQ.
I'll pick Cody.
Okay.
And then we have the World Heavyweight Championship match between CM Punk and the internet's favorite, Jey Uso. No one is saying anything negative about Jey Uso online at all. Nobody. Everybody loves this.
The most disliked YouTube videos. Three
in a row all year. It's fascinating seeing the divide, right? Like a very clear and boisterous online fatigue and hatred of Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
But a very loud and boisterous love for Jey Uso in the arena. Whew. It's been a while since we've had somebody this polarizing. Dare I say John Cena was like kind of like the last time that it was this polarizing. It wasn't this polarizing with Roman, because Roman, everyone in the arena also hated Roman, right? Yep. That was just Vince McMahon being stubborn and refusing to listen to online and the crowd. The last time I can remember something like this was genuinely John Cena, somebody as polarizing as Jey Uso. It's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, because I just don't want to see Jey Uso win the World Heavyweight Championship. I just simply don't. But
why?
Because I don't think that this story immediately right now requires the World Heavyweight Championship. I think this story actually has more legs if he doesn't get involved in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. I'd like to see them develop more the relationship between him and Jimmy than him going after the world title at the moment. That's just me personally. But we're in a little bit of a handcuff here, right? It feels like it doesn't matter who wins, Jey Uso or CM Punk, because it's just Braun Breaker's title in like 2 months. That's what it feels like. And I don't want to see Jey Uso win the title. And I don't want to see CM Punk win the title just to have a 2-month reign. I feel like we're in a bit of a rock and a hard place, which is why I bring up the point of they should have just capitalized on the momentum of what Braun Breaker did, turning on Seth Rollins, holding the World Heavyweight title, looking like $1 million. I think that delaying the gratification of his World Championship win, okay, sure, you want to do it at a bigger event. If that's the case, all right, I get it. But then you shouldn't have done all the stuff that you did when you did it for Braun Breaker, because now you made him do this awesome thing and then you immediately put him on ice. You should have capitalized on the momentum of Braun Breaker and just have Braun Breaker win here, win at this juncture, win at Saturday night's main event. But instead, rock in a hard place, short title reign for CM Punk, or a Jey Uso title reign that is going to make the masses very, very upset.
So then why did you just not crown anybody?
That sucks too.
I know I've already said one match within a DQ, but this is where I feel that where Saturday night's main event has become a problem. And I know I've enjoyed it, and in terms of like, hey, this is good wrestling Saturday, but when it became was, hey, all these things are canon and they matter, now you have to force yourself to make it matter in the grand scheme of things. And when injuries happen and things like that, and when the WWE is so hesitant to have short reigns, I mean, CM Punk had a 5-minute reign. What's the difference between a 2-month reign for CM Punk?
I know it is different though. That 5-minute reign was to set up something big for both of those two, likely at WrestleMania, right?
Yes.
I get what you're saying. I totally get it. But it does feel very different, even though I totally get and hear your similarities. I will continue to hearken on the missed momentum that they built with Braun Breaker. That to me is the biggest kind of glaring flaw in all of this.
Yeah, I know you wanted to bring that up again, but I do understand. Like, what if Jey Uso did not win the Royal Rumble, and this was his? You know what I mean?
Perhaps
this was his like.
That'd be interesting, right? We would be in potentially uncharted territories. I know that Jey Uso had gotten world title opportunities before winning the Royal Rumble, and him winning the Royal Rumble led to massive backlash, a most disliked video on the WWE YouTube channel of the year. But had that not happened, I mean, it might be accepted a little bit better, right? We'd be talking about Jey Uso potentially genuinely winning his first world championship. I think that's a lot more exciting, and I think an easier pill to swallow even for Jey Uso haters, because it'd be at Saturday night's main event as opposed to WrestleMania, right? It's a battle royal as opposed to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Sure. I think it would have been accepted a little bit more smoothly. Yeah.
And then you roll into the story of, hey, you know, Jay's been so close. He's been trying to do it the right way. And then this time around, he sees an opportunity to get there. Roman's like, hey, man, you've been close so many times. You got to listen to me, or, you know, listen to me. This is how you do it. And then he screws over Jimmy in that battle royal. And then you go like, oh, okay, this Jay is different. He's not main event Yeet Uso type of guy. This guy is, now he has what it takes. And then CM Punk calls it out, like, dude, you screwed over Jimmy. You now know what it takes to be a champion. Now I know I'm dealing with someone who's willing to go do anything to be able to win. I see that kind of story working so much so than him winning the Rumble against the CM Punks, the John Cena's, the Roman Reigns, the Seth Rollins of the world, winning that Rumble, winning the championship off of Gunther, having that weird program against build-up for WrestleMania where it was too long, and then we saw more holes in his game than anything. That dive botch, that his botching of promos, things like that sort. Him beating Gunther by tapping him out at Mania, setting that off, and then losing to Gunther, the title back for Goldberg. So imagine if that setback, that I guess it was like a 3 steps forward for Jey Uso, maybe 1.5 step back after losing to Gunther, right? Didn't really hurt him completely because his pop is still amazing, his entrance and all that kind of stuff. And I know that's always what people lead into. Oh, his pops is amazing and his entrance and his merch. But he still creates a aura type vibe for the entire WWE universe. The people enjoy it, and he creates that atmosphere that works really well for the live crowd. So we didn't get that 3 steps forward, 1.5 step back. This would have been his moment where he gets 2 steps forward. We're like, okay, now it's Jay. Now Jay's going up against CM Punk. Tall hill to climb. This is possible. It's cool. He could get close, get those, you know, hope spots, and that we could feel like this is big for Jey Uso to get this championship opportunity against CM Punk, and like what the WWE is willing to do to, are they willing to pull the trigger? That's the different conversation we should be having in this instance of, are they willing to put the belt on Jey Uso over CM Punk for his first world title versus he doesn't deserve to be there.
Sure. You know, talking about willing, one of the lines from CM Punk is like, what are you willing to do to win this, right? And that's got some people talking like, are you willing to really tap into the dark side that some people think that you're going to lean towards to be able to take me out? Because it's going to require you listening to yourself as opposed to listening to Jimmy and Roman. You got to for once listen to yourself if you want to go up against the best in the world, against the guy that's never listened to anybody else, that also only ever listens to himself. What are you willing to do to win this? And that to me is the line in that entire terrible 20-minute opening segment on Monday Night Raw that has stuck with me. That to me is like the only worthwhile talking point is, what are you willing to do? You say, you know, is WWE willing to put the title on Jey Uso? I'm going to ask you a little step further. Are they willing to put the title on Jey Uso by having Jey Uso turn heel? So bing bang wepa, 2-in-1. Are they willing to do both of those things? It would advance the Jimmy arc, right? Everything that's going on with Jimmy and Jey Uso.
So then you're asking me, is the WWE willing to throw away the bag? That's a big bag you're throwing away, dude.
Big ass bag. Big ass bag.
A lot of Yeet merch out there. A lot of goodwill with the kids out there. A lot of feel-good moments you're throwing away.
He yeeted a baby. Just to clarify, he yeeted with the baby. He didn't yeet the baby.
Yeah. There's so much you were willing to throw away, and for what? A short-lived heel run? Like you mentioned, a 2-month?
And once again, if I'm ESPN, I'm arms crossed tapping the floor. Why is this not happening on my show? It's so true what you said. Saturday night's main event weirdly has become inconvenient. I still like that the show exists, but it's become weirdly inconvenient.
It's just hard to predict because of its placement and then its history of being non-canon and like having like it's wrestling light. It's like, we're going to introduce wrestling to people, but we can't go too crazy or heavy wrestling, right? We can't do screw job in Saturday Night's Main Event because people will be like, wait, what happened here? Well, how does that? And then you have to be like, well, actually, this is a big deal here in the WWE. You have to be that guy on the internet. I don't know, Santi. I felt like the WWE had the mittens on for CM Punk, and I thought, okay, is CM Punk going to roast Jay? Is he going to give him the full punkage? No. And that told me that, once again, LA Knight was screwed over because they let CM Punk destroy LA Knight. Destroy LA Knight. And I think either LA Knight told CM Punk, give it to me, right? Give me what you got. I want the real CM Punk here. And then the WWE said, CM Punk, don't kill Jey Uso here. We need him to look strong going into.
Okay, let me go to bat for Jey Uso for a second. This is something that I went. This is something I went into depth in the Raw review, available exclusively on Patreon.com/SantiZab. Jey Uso, Sancho, is almost interesting in his promos, and then they cut him off. Go back and listen to this promo on Monday Night Raw where he comes out, and when he finally talks, he says, "It's just me, Us. I'm no longer listening to anybody. I am here to win the World Heavyweight Championship. I am done dealing with this baggage." And I'm like, oh, I'm dialed in. What is he going to say next? And then he follows it up by saying, 4 letters, 1 word, yeah. And I'm like, damn it. There was something almost interesting there. That you could have gone a little bit further. I was interested. I was in. You ended it too early. And then we get CM Punk go out there. CM Punk says his bit. And then Jey Uso says, all right, Punk, let's do it. Let's get it. You want to know how far I'm willing to go? Screw you, Punk. I am done being made out to be the villain while you prance around as the good guy. And you know what, Sancho? I was like, ooh, interesting. And can you guess what he said next to follow that up? 4 letters. 1 word. Yeah. God. It was almost interesting, Sancho. He had something there. And then they don't have trust in him to talk for more than 3 sentences before he reverts back to 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. Jey Uso is almost interesting. There's something there. Genuinely, in both of those instances, I was intrigued. I wanted to hear more. How is this Jey Uso character evolving? I see pieces of something interesting. And then when I want more, 4 letters. Yeah, it's frustrating. The Raw review, I titled it, Let Jey Uso Talk More. Because there might be something there. Let Jey Uso talk more as opposed to just reverting back to the fucking catchphrase.
He's just inconsistent. And I know this is not, I don't want to be this episode of I don't think this is an episode of Jay sucks. I think it's more of there's, like you mentioned, there's something there with Jay and we know it's there, but is the WWE willing to give up the bag for that? Because I think babyface Jey Uso is one-dimensional. The tweener heel Jey Uso could go places that could not only progress Jey Uso into a better wrestler and better superstar, but it could progress Roman and Jimmy into a different lane as well. And they could even progress CM Punk if they want to go down the CM Punk Roman lane. So that's where I'm at right now with the whole thing. Is are they willing to give it the bag? And you and I both know when it comes to content creating, when something's working and the bag is there, it's hard to give that up for an experiment of a heel Jey Uso in this climate, in this environment, sir.
In this economy with tariffs, you want to give up the Jey Uso bag?
Oh,
all right. So who wins?
I'm gonna have to pick a one. I think my initial instinct was that there's gonna be a do not finish because of the Brawnies roaming around the ring, but I think the Brawnies are going to cause an issue where they let CM Punk lose, and I think Jey Uso wins because of that. And I think it's going to be one of those things Jay's going to question himself that he's a false champion, that he didn't win on his own accord. And then they're going to have people going are you a heel? Are you part of the vision? Are you Paul Heyman guy? I see that being much more interesting than CM Punk holding on to the title, like you mentioned, for 2 months for just being a corporate champion in a sense, because he's the one that just going to bring people in the seats because he's the champion of the WWE. I like the idea of not a heel Jey Uso, but Jey Uso winning not by his own hand.
I will say CM Punk winning, because when we have a champion of the caliber of Seth Rollins being forced to vacate, I think we're in a situation where I think we need to think about not what the championship will do for somebody, but what will somebody do for the championship. I think just giving it to Punk is the safest choice to make sure that that World Heavyweight Championship stays at the very tippity top of importance. I think it might be right now a little bit too dangerous to experiment with Jey Uso with the World Heavyweight Championship. I think we need a clean transition of power from a top tier main event surefire thing champion in Seth Rollins to a main event surefire thing CM Punk. I think it should be as vanilla as that.
It kind of reminds me of it's the holidays, dude. You gotta be safe bets, Christmas season. Just keep it simple.
When in doubt, gift cards, right? CM Punk is the gift cards right now of the WWE, right? You could experiment with the new Lego Ninjago set, but what if they haven't been interested in Ninjago in a while? What if they moved on to something else, right? You could be risking it. You could be risking too much. It could all crumble. Or you could just get them a Lego store gift card because you know they like Lego. So let them figure out what they want with the gift card.
Would you be mad at me if I gave you like a WWE gift card for Christmas?
Yes, I have way too much WWE stuff. I'd probably do a giveaway for it. I'll put the gift card code in the thumbnail before I put you.
Hey, I have at least a piece of me's in the thumbnail.
Yeah, no, don't get me anything WWE related ever for Christmas for a gift.
Overall, this is a very good Saturday main event card.
Yes.
Overall, I think it's 4 championship matches, right?
I think it's the best one. What's been a better one?
Good.
What's been a better one? I don't think so.
Yeah, Logan versus Jay was interesting because heel Cena was running around.
Sure, but you also had to deal with,
let me look at it. Let's see.
Didn't that one have Solo and Jay?
No, that was Logan and Jay. Main event.
No, there was a Solo Jay one. I think that was the Goldberg one, Gunther Goldberg. That one
wasn't bad. That one wasn't bad.
This is probably just like, at least on paper, the most consistently good card from head to toe in terms of storylines around it and stakes for 3 world titles on this show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, just taking a look at here. Just taking a look down memory lane. Oh, it's crazy when you look at all the historical things, like Hogan's on a lot of Saturday Night's main event. It's kind of insane. Let's see. The first one we had in its return, just to glance it over, we had the Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. That was a dark match. We had Drew versus Sammy, Liv Morgan versus Io, Gunther versus Finn Balor, Chelsea Green versus Meacham for the inaugural WWE United States, and Cody versus Kevin. That one wasn't that bad. That was like a low-key banger a little bit, right?
Sure.
Liv kind of beating Io Sky in 10 minutes was kind of crazy in my mind.
It's a good match, though.
Drew destroyed Sammy. Remember that? It was like pretty quick, clear over 10 minutes, but it was quick for a Sami Zayn match at that time. And then we had in a dark, I'm not kind of the dark match, but we had Rhea versus Nia for the World Championship. Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. That was a sick Braun. Remember that Braun Breaker? He like jump speared Sheamus. I don't know. Like
that's right. That was a great match. That was a solid match.
Yeah. Then you have Braun Strowman versus Jacob Flair.
I'm Braun Strowman. Oh yeah, he murdered Braun Strowman, and then next week in the Rumble, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm good."
Hey, word.
That was the whole conversation of like, "Oh, this shit isn't canon."
Yeah. Then you had Gunther versus Jay, which is the one where Jay partied heading to that, and then he partied after.
Yeah, he partied after losing.
And then you had Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn.
That was big. That was the debut of
Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
This is when you missed.
That's true. What are you doing? I was at an indie show. I was still more wrestling.
Oh, you're Savio Vega.
Savio Vega wrestling show. Yeah.
You had Zelina Vega. Speaking of Vega, Zelina Vega defeating Chelsea Green. That was a 5-minute match, though.
Yeah.
That was a weird, strange short.
That was a bad match. That was a bad match.
John Cena defeating R-Truth. That one had a lot of buildup, but that ended up being nothing.
We got Ron Cena.
Yeah, we got that was a hype moment when he came out and you had he ran and he threw the hat. Then you had Damian Priest defeating Drew McIntyre, and then that was the one where Jesse Ventura was just pissed. Why would he go out the cage?
I mean, just for that's the greatest Saturday Night's main event of all time for creating the meme of make it make sense.
And this is the one where you had Jey Uso beating Logan Paul. That's the one where John Cena. This was in Tampa, so John Cena had the cream colors. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like
That's
that.
right. That's right.
And then this one is you had Randy Orton defeating Drew McIntyre with Logan Paul. This one set up Jelly Roll.
Yeah,
Jelly Roll's getting.
That's right. That's right.
Then you had Solo Sikoa with JC Mateo and Tala Tonga and Tonga Loa defeating Jimmy Uso. That's the one you're talking about. That one was
Yeah, that one was not good.
Is that the debut of Tala Tonga?
I don't remember. Was Talatonga a PLE or Saturday Night's main event?
Probably. No, I wanted the debut to be at a PLE. Didn't I say that?
You know what? I think Talatonga was just on SmackDown.
Probably. Then we had LA Knight defeating Seth Rollins, but that was the injury angle.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. And then Gunther and Goldberg. What would you say out of all those matches was the best Saturday's main event of the current era of the WWE?
The best match at Saturday Night's main event so far?
Sheamus and Braun Breaker?
I think it's Sheamus Braun Breaker, yes. Yeah.
Biggest surprise to me is Gunther and Goldberg, though.
You like that match, huh?
I mean, dude, it's one of the longest matches in Goldberg's career. And remember,
true.
you owed me so many gifted.
That's so true. That's so
It kept
true.
going. But I'm excited. It's going to be a fun card, fun night. I think it's perfect for November 1st for some reason. It just feels, I'm going to get us a pumpkin spice latte and cozy up and watch some wrestling, you know? By then, you know, the world would be a better place because the Dodgers are your world WWE World Series champion. You know they're going to get a belt from Triple H. Congratulations, Shohei Ohtani.
God, that guy's so good, Shohei. So it's like unfair. It's a genuine hack.
He's a cheat code, dude.
He's a cheat code.
Did you get nervous when they
He's a
decided
game
to pitch
shark.
to him? When they started to pitch to him at the end?
Yeah, I did.
And
It was so scary. Just Ohtani at all times he's a horror movie, dude. He's a horror movie to any team that's playing against them. All right, so that's Saturday night's main event. Let's talk about just some other extra auxiliary stuff. Let's talk about MFTs. Are you all in? Are you softly buying? How are you feeling about MFTs at the moment, Sancho?
My only gripe about the MFTs is, and I feel that they're sticking their fingers in too many cookie jars. Like, well, what are you doing?
But that worked with the Judgment Day early on.
Yeah, but why? I know Solo wants to take everything, but I think it's leading into that confusion of Survivor Series. If they were just going after the Wyatts, I'd be like, okay, this is a interesting side quest. I'm down to clown, putting on the red nose. But them going after Ray, Sammy, and Nakamura is like, what are we doing now?
Yeah.
You know, now it's a little bit confusing.
Well, that goes to your point earlier where, like, I'll have no clue what they're doing with War Games because the men could be something in the main event with the Vision, could be MFTs versus the group of Babyface, could be MFTs versus Wyatt 6. I genuinely have no clue what the hell they're doing with War Games. No clue at all whatsoever. I'm seeing general distaste about the idea of it being MFTs in War Games. I don't think that the general consensus online is a positive one. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know that I want to see MFTs in War Games. I don't know that I want to see that.
I don't want to see War Games. This year, it feels like it's not justified. I feel like War
feels
Games
like it's
needs
forced
to be
because
like
of the gimmick.
Well, but it needs to be I feel like we're in Hell in a Cell territory just to have a Hell in a Cell match. And
that's what I mean. Yeah,
it's
the
not.
gimmick.
It's like, what are we doing?
There's no feud right now that warrants it being a War Games match at all, men or women. If you ask me, this easily could have been just a regular Survivor Series.
You know, I didn't say this when we're talking about Jay. I just don't. I hope it does not lead to a Jay versus Jimmy match again.
Oh, it will.
No.
Yeah, it will.
They blew dude.
Buddy, old pal, get ready for Jimmy versus Jay Part 2. It's happening whether you want it or not. 75 super kicks this time.
Wasn't it funny that we were like, dude, Jimmy and Jay were so much better when they interfered?
They were. Their interference was infinitely better than their actual match at WrestleMania 40.
And the Royal Rumble was better when they first entered at 1 and 2. That was hype, dude.
That was
Are we
hype.
on agreement never to talk about Penta though? Penta, what happened to him at the Rumble?
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened to Penta. I don't think he got eliminated. I think.
And then I saw Penta go out.
I didn't see anything.
And then I remembered the show must go on.
Yeah, I think we all agreed. Like, we're dude. That could have been so bad. Like, if Penta genuinely got eliminated, that would have ruined so much of his hype. Because he was like 3 weeks old in WWE at that point, right? He was a baby. He was a newborn in WWE. Had he gotten himself eliminated in the Rumble, oh man, that could have been real bad for his career.
Said Homero more like 2 feet. You're out.
Yeah, man. With MFTs, I'm in. I like it. I like it as a mid-card faction. Sure. I don't like it as War Games. I like having a good mid-card faction. It's worked with Raw for a long time with the Judgment Day. On SmackDown, they spent a long time with only having main event factions with the Bloodline, right? I think a good mid-card faction is weirdly a breath of fresh air. Although JC Mateo looks goofy in that face paint.
JC Mateo. No one would have any problems if MFTs were in NXT War Games.
That'd be sick. Sure.
Against Dark State.
Sure. Why not? MFT for NXT would be hype. When they showed up on NXT that one time, which led to nothing, that was sick.
Yeah. Hey, Santi, if I wanted to get big like Tama Tonga, what would I have to do to get traps like Tama Tonga? The dude is a beefcake now. He's a beef stew.
Dude, that's become the new formula. Disappear, get jacked, come back. Ilya Dragunov, AJ Styles, and of course now Tama Tonga.
Who has the biggest glow up though out of those three? AJ Styles in my mind.
Oh no, I think Ilya.
Really?
Yeah, I was well, no, okay, like pure like body transformation. AJ Styles is more impressive, but I like the end result of Ilya Dragunov more. As somebody that is like into the bodybuilding world, I like Ilya Dragunov's proportions and definition more than AJ Styles.
Did you like that match with Aleister Black?
Yes,
I got flack though because I was watching that match and the momentum of that match didn't have that same purity as an open challenge. It felt weird. It didn't feel as good as Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov. And people were like, you were too hard on Zelina Vega and Aleister Black's entrance. But I was like, brother, how can you not see that it's like
I don't see anything.
They're them trying to be. And people were like, you don't understand, Sancho. She's like a snake. She's supposed to be around. I was like, yeah, I get that, but it's literal. She's literally on the floor, rolling around. And there was a moment she just leaned on the floor, waiting for the cue, and it's just not there yet. It's gonna get better, sure, but it's a weird, dude. And I like how someone said, like, if I was carrying Cross at home, I'd be like, what?
Yeah, dude. Karrion Kross is the Leo DiCaprio meme.
Hey, why? Hey, wait a minute. They're showing the woman superstar first, and then it goes into the other. That's my thing. Wait, my thing. But that's like, for me, like I mentioned, is like I enjoy Zelina and Aleister, and I know they're getting it, but just do House of Black, dude. Do what works with Aleister Black. House of Black. Don't do Karrion Kross stuff. Because I thought we were gonna get the horns. I thought we were gonna get the horns coming out. And I thought Zelina was gonna have horns too. I was like, oh, then here we go. But anyway, back to the match. My fear about Ilya Dragunov's open challenges is now because they're involved in the Damian Priest Vortex, the Wepa King. And then they have the
Wepa universe.
The Wepaverse.
Into the Wepaverse.
And about that, Wepa. And Wepa. My fear, though, is like it's not going to have those pure, clean, This is the two best going at it for the United States. It's not going to be like, where does it fit into this storyline type of vibe?
Well, it might be one and done. He might not be part of the Wepaverse, right? We had Sami Zayn.
Once you get in, dude. Once you get in there,
no.
dude.
Sami Zayn was in the Wepaverse for one episode too, right? Remember, you had the Aleister Black Open Challenge accepted, and we had Damian Priest go out there. So Sami was in the Wepaverse. He made a cameo in the Wepaverse. It could be the case here as well with Ilya, because Ilya did beat Aleister Black. This didn't end in DQ. He beat Aleister Black. So I think Ilya can move on and allow the Wepaverse to kind of continue on its own. This might have been a one-off in the Wepaverse.
Did you enjoy Sami high horsing a champion?
I get in trouble every time I make fun of Sami Zayn, so I'm done.
Why? Because you're Canadian? It's against the rules?
Barely it's against the rules.
There's a... Hey there, pal. Don't make fun of Sami Zayn, okay?
Hey. He's a Canadian icon, eh?
You see this? You understand, Ilya? You know how to be a champion? It's a serious game, Ilya. Oh, John Cena did the open challenges. You're in for a treat. Get out of here, Sami. Go home, dude. Take a break.
You're going to get canceled now. You can't make fun of Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn's great. Sami Zayn in flannel, not great. That's the version I hate of Sami Zayn.
The flannel Zayn. It's the flannel that creates the high horse.
He comes in like a manager at a coffee shop, and I had a problem with the coffee, and he's telling me I'm wrong. Oh, it's because you're drinking it wrong. It's because of you. You ordered the wrong thing. Don't you know how this coffee? You see these coffee beans?
You see these coffee beans?
These are eccentric coffee beans, organic coffee
Fresh
beans.
Arabica beans.
If you're going to step up to this place and this coffee place, you need to understand what it takes to be a coffee drinker. This is not a Starbucks. This is real organic coffee. That's Sami Zayn that we're dealing with. I want my refund, Sami.
Oh, man. All right, let's move on to the next thing here. We wanted to quickly chat about the names that are close to retirement. The next week's gambit of Match Club matches are retirement matches and/or last matches ever. So we kind of have this on the brain. Of course, we have John Cena retiring soon. What are some names that you could see beginning to get sunset sometime soon? I'll throw some names out there to kind of get the ball rolling. Obviously, we know AJ Styles. He's made it clear that 2026 is his last year. CM Punk can't be too far away, right?
He said so
himself. R-Truth, he might just be there forever. But R-Truth might be somebody worth conversing about. The Miz, perhaps, right? Mm-hmm. Sheamus, for sure, I think might be, especially like with his incredibly like hard style of hitting wrestling. You know, I don't know that we have that much left in the tank of Sheamus. I mean, if I'm LA Knight, I'm considering retirement with how things are going. What else here, Sancho? Who else comes to mind from the women? Maybe I mean, I don't think any of the women, like the closest is maybe Asuka. You know, she's already been there, done that, done it all. And is among like the older of the women, but even then, she's nowhere near like the oldest of the men. So she might still have she definitely still has a lot of gas left in the tank.
Rey Mysterio?
Well, for sure, Rey Mysterio. How did I not think of that? Absolutely.
Let's see. Does Seth?
I mean, when you have that many injuries, right? Luckily, it's not head injuries, right? It's those head injuries that are the ones that kind of like force the hand for you, and kind of demand that you retire.
Demand.
Roman Reigns, right? Starting to reach that mainstream, and obviously we know like his health past as well. If you can break into the mainstream, break into movies, he obviously has a big in his cousin is the final boss, The Rock. I don't think it's crazy that Roman Reigns could be calling it in the WWE within the next couple of years as well.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the roster. I mean, Damien's up there too, but I feel like Damien's big man style could last long.
Oh, like, dude, how did we forget Randy Orton?
That's true.
Yeah, Randy Orton, absolutely.
You think they let Randy break John Cena's record?
No, they're making they made too big of a hoopla of John Cena's, and I think that they're going to protect John Cena's the way that they protected Ric Flair's for such a long time. There's also sadly Kevin Owens.
Right.
Unfortunately, way too early to be having that conversation, but the reality might force it upon us.
The Hardys, but I know they're like
sure.
NXT right now.
Oh, Natalia potentially as well.
Yeah,
a low-key legend.
You know, while I'm looking at this roster, I have a great idea.
Tell me.
Because I'm just looking at this roster on SmackDown Hotel, and they have Obafemi next to Omos. Put them together. Let them destroy the tag team division. Together.
That'd be cool. Did you see the Omos offering his services for Becky Lynch?
Oh,
yeah.
Put her on the AJ Styles thing.
Sure. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be different, right? The man, Becky Lynch.
What about Becky? Becky retiring. I don't think Becky Charlotte, Bayley retire until they get a 4 horsewoman type of match situation.
I agree. I still think that they're ways away from retirement. Shinsuke Nakamura, I could see being right there. Absolutely. I think aside from that, Lesnar. Lesnar kind of already retired and then unretired. He's done it multiple times actually now. Retired when he was 25, then retired again forcefully, and then he's back.
Isn't it weird that Xavier Woods is gone for so long? Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Didn't be by himself.
He had like a minor surgery, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So
it's probably that. Or as they're saying, what is it? Mental health days.
Okay, we talked about retirement. Yes, that definitely sucks, but it just shows you that WWE should invest in their youth that they have.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only bottom line for it all. That's why I'm latching on to your idea of Dominic Mysterio. If Dominic could get that John Cena rub, and I think John Cena could actually boost Dominic into a greater height, and Dominic could actually benefit from that.
Yeah,
really, because if he beats John Cena, which I know that's not going to happen because you want the IC title on John to complete the Grand Slam, but if he beats John Cena, he could have that going for the rest of his career. And at least it's not John's last match. So that way it won't be like, oh man, we wasted that on a Dom rub, but still.
That's fair. Like, WWE does have a tremendous talent pool in their 20s that they have yet to fully tap into, but I will say it feels like this is the year where they are finally trying.
They have to, though.
Right? Because previous years, the only like 20-something-year-old that they tried with was Rhea Ripley, right?
Yes.
They tried with Austin Theory, and then they kind of just like let them go by the wayside. But this is the year where they're just like, okay, now let's actually push Dominic Mysterio. Now let's actually push Braun Breaker. Roxanne Perez, match every single episode of Monday Night Raw. Carmelo Hayes, let's start featuring him and making sure that he gets TV time every single week. And let's have him work with The Miz, somebody that's like a surefire stepping stone for anybody in the WWE if you can work well with him. Hey, Obafemi, we're done with you on NXT. Lose the title. You're done here. You don't need to do anything anymore. We're going to start getting you ready for the main roster. Yeah, Javon Evans appearing on SmackDown. Trick Williams is just around the corner here with his call-up, most likely. I do think that this is the year where maybe WWE kind of opened their eyes, and I'm very curious if part of it kind of comes off the recent events of Cody Rhodes disappearing for movies and Seth Rollins getting injured. Maybe there was like a light switch, like, oh, we need to protect our future here, and we need to start creating our plan Bs.
Is Jey Uso part of that group? I know he's up there in age, but he's not CM Punk old.
Sure. He could be. It could be like, hey, we know that Jey Uso is a lifer. He's here every single episode. He doesn't seem to be interested in movies, mainstream, whatever it might be. This is a guy that we can rely on a pretty regular basis, and his injury rate is ridiculously low. Maybe. It could be that.
Yeah, but he's younger.
Sure.
Could be that simple.
It could be that
Solo
simple.
Sikoa?
Right?
I don't know. A lot of people hate on Solo, but Solo is...
I agreed. Solo Sikoa.
Jacob's up there in age, right?
I think Jacob is... Let me look. Jacob Fatu. No, he's young. He's 33.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another person they've been highlighting, and on the
Ilya
Dragunov.
Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov. Yeah.
Gunther is like on like the mid 30s, but like that's like prime, right?
Yeah,
you're
it's
in your prime.
prime. And then Sami Zayn.
He's in his
Still
40s.
New crop
Yeah.
type of vibe. I would consider him new crop type of vibe.
Main crop, not like
main event. Yeah. And then whenever Chad Gable comes back.
Sure. Those are new names, right? But yeah, like we're kind of seeing WWE maybe kind of like opening their third eye and realizing, okay, we gotta start creating some new stars and rely on, as opposed to just relying on the good old faithfuls that we have over the last 10 years.
Are you kind of bummed out about how they developed Maxine Dupree in terms of this? Like they had an opportunity to give her like another stepping stone, and she kind of took a sidestep, which is fine at her career. But I was just hoping for another like boom, a big major step in what she did.
Yeah, I said this in my Raw review. I felt it was a weird decision to not capitalize on the momentum that she has. No one is saying that, hey, have her beat Becky Lynch or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you've created a really great momentum for her, something she didn't have. You found a spark here over the last couple of weeks. And then when it comes time to finally pull the trigger on like the match that like, oh, okay, we built up to this, right? She's like, hey, not yet, later. Oh, why? Why hold off on it? You need to prepare for this? What do you mean you've beat her twice? What do you mean you need to prepare for this? The logic dictates jump into this now. You got her number. That's all. I thought it was weird. Probably AJ Lee.
People think it's Natalia.
If it's the low-key Natalia, how about
legend?
Low-key legend? I don't think that'd be terrible.
I get flamed too much for talking about low-key legend. It's
one
of those.
What do people say? What do they?
I'm like, why do I want Natalia? I'm like, I don't want Natalia. I want low-key legend. Natty Blackheart. Like, that's a different person.
Dude,
people understand this as different people.
I won't settle for the disrespect for Natalia. She fucking carried this. She walked so that the women's division can run, man. She was a women's wrestler in the time of divas, and she does not get enough praise for what she was able to do during that time when she was given 3 minutes to have matches, when she was forced to have a farting gimmick. She does not get enough respect. Gimmick? Yeah, where she just was constantly flatulent. And Santino would walk in and be like, what does that smell? It's terrible. And she survived all of that.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so you're just gonna be in a room and Santino's gonna come in like you farted.
Yeah, dude, she just had a farting gimmick. It was terrible.
Oh, this is good stuff right here.
This is such good shit. But hey, people want Vince back for the booking. Maybe he'll make your favorites fart on TV too.
This is the good and the bad, dude. The good, the bad, the ugly. We literally on Match Club. We have a last match for people to vote. I haven't checked on it yet. I'm always intrigued because we put stuff up there and the people vote. And what we get. We're not the kind of people that, we don't have any kind of restrictions on matches. And luckily, the Patreons have only put 2% of the vote out of 265 people that are voting as of an hour ago, which is a lot of people for an hour. 2% have voted for Pat Patterson versus Jared Briscoe evening gown match at King of the Ring 2000.
Shout out to that 2%. I know what kind of men you are.
Hey, but I'm just trying to say, like, there's good, the bad, the ugly. That's the ugly.
All right. I think we're basically wrapping up here. We had Halloween Havoc this weekend. Very fun show. Dude, it's great. NXT PLEs just always deliver. You'll look at like an NXT PLE card and you'll be like, oh, this is okay. And then by the end of the show, you're like, oh my God, show of the year. And that's what we got out of Halloween Havoc. We had a pretty solid, like brutal match, like just so violent between Dr. Wagner Jr. and Ethan Page. Dude, Dr. Wagner is that guy. Dr.
Really?
Wagner might be like my favorite guy right now to come out of AAA. Like more than Mr. Iguana, more than La Parca, more than Vikingo. I think right now I'm getting on that Dr. Wagner bandwagon. He is solid, and he had that type of lucha extreme match that you and I talk about where like the mask is like halfway off and he looked like a Mortal Kombat character where all that was left was the bottom part of his mask and he's bleeding. Ethan Page was gushing blood. It was such a fun, great match. I love the Hardys versus Dark State. I love that the Hardys are willing to work and put over younger talent. That was a great chaotic match with the return of the Broken Hardys.
Delete.
Main event was fun, you know. Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints, new women's North American champion, and Blake Monroe. Fun tag team match with La Parca teaming up with Mr. Iguana to take on Javon Evans and Leon Slater. They did some crazy shit. It was just a fun show.
Leon Slater has my favorite finisher from the men's side, the 450 Swanton Splash.
I mean, like.
Well,
That's like most obvious statement of the year. That is the singular coolest finisher I've ever seen. Like it's so sick.
How do they define gravity?
I don't get it. Every time I see it, I'm like, that still doesn't make sense. How? Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I've analyzed that move. I'm like, I think he floats. At one point, I think he stops moving in the air. And when he defies gravity in that split second, that's when he does the flip into the Swanton. It's crazy.
You think if Vince was still around, he would be the gravity that forgot him. He'd be the gimmick he'll take over from good old Neville.
Dude, he wouldn't be taking over the gimmick. Freaking geriatric Vince would forget the gimmick existed and give it to Leon Slater. And then
goodness gracious.
And then make him dance, you know, and then join the Funkadactyls is what he'd probably do to Leon Slater. Somebody call my mom.
That's the thing. Somebody call. Shelton Benjamin had that theme. Oh God.
All right.
Oh God. All right. Let's do some new order,
shall we? Let's do it.
New heat order. All I gotta say is I gassed myself out at the very beginning with the baseball.
You spent all your energy on the baseball part of a wrestling podcast.
I wilted into a pumpkin so quickly. Oh, if y'all can make faces, pumpkin faces, and tweet at us, that'd be great. A Santi pumpkin and Sancho pumpkin. But make sure Santi's pumpkin's all wilted.
Why? Well, that means you got to take a photo of my pumpkin on like November 10th. Wait for it to rot.
The pumpkining. Oh yeah, I'm sure you can microwave a pumpkin, get it to rot faster.
That's a
put in a bag.
Big ass microwave.
Put in a paper bag. Wah. You, by the way, maybe that t-shirt design that I made, that would work as a pumpkin stencil. Remember the one I made of your face?
Yeah.
And I really, really have to think about when I wear it. You know what I mean? I can't
wear that in public. You just simply can't.
Can't wear that in bed either, you know?
Yeah, you can.
No.
Hey, you have my blessing.
No, I don't want to wear that. No. It's like, oh, take it off. Burn it.
It's just in the corner watching you.
All right. New Heat Order is the buzz, the fun, excitement of the wrestling world that we are excited to see on a week-to-week basis. Who's driving us to sit down in our watch parties and be like, all right, who's the one that we're going to see? I forget last week's. It was here somewhere, but last week we had Ilya Dragunov, I believe.
Sure.
Be number one.
Sure.
Who is number one this time around?
Could be Jade.
I make?
Well, what case were you going to make?
I'm going to say Jey Uso because it's such a polarizing.
It is a polarizing conversation, sure.
Because it's a will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Will Jey Uso be main event championship? Jey Uso. Will the Blue Jays win? I'll put Jade though.
No,
Jade had an impact.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like the conversation has been very heavily weighted on Jey Uso. What we can do 1-2 there.
I blame Jade's booking in the sense of we're not putting that as the main event. That would have been a sick main event.
That would have
been the last
great
image.
to close the show. Yeah.
Granted, it would have been a much more brutal beatdown, like her actually breaking the table and then like getting the chair, hitting the knee, like doing that kind of stuff versus just the stomping on the knee. I for a main event beatdown, that did not equate. But if she was the main event, that would have been a cool moment. Be like, damn, Jade's a heel now. Watch out. And what did they do? They did the same old Cody Rhodes. All right, number one, I'm gonna give it to Jade.
All right,
because we were gonna put her on the. And shout out to WWE for having 2 women's main events lately. I like that tag team match with good old Charlotte and Alexa.
It's good.
Lyra and Bailey. I was just wanting more Bailey being more Moon Knight. I didn't get that. I didn't get Lyra going to Bailey like, we need you, Bailey. We need the Bailey. I wanted that more, like, be more dramatic. Like she's reaching into the depths to ask for the Hulk to come out. Sun's getting low, big guy. Who's number 3? CM Punk? Drew?
Kabuki Warriors?
Yeah.
Asuka got that like 10-year montage of just reminding the world just how incredibly dominant she is. They closed the show.
Number 4.
CM Punk here, I'd say.
Yeah, I like CM Punk. He was so nice to Jay. He let Jay play. So nice to Jay. He didn't call him anyone out. He didn't say that he's a disgrace to his family. There was stuff that he could have done. He could have said like, "Oh, you're a paper champion. You're just a merchandise yeet catchphrase."
He could have ruined him. He absolutely could have ruined him.
I am the best in the world, and you're up here. Your cousin Dwayne tried to step up to me, and he found out his arms were too short to fight God. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're not even in this world. You're just a nepo baby trying to come up here to fight God. See, he could have done that.
Damn, that would have been harsh.
Right?
Aleister Black. The conversation was not necessarily all positive, right? A lot of people liked the entrance. A lot of people disliked it, the repackaging, the match with Ilya. There was a lot of conversation regarding Aleister Black this week.
Karrion Kross made a sick YouTube video and thumbnail, and Aleister just took it.
he used that Mr. Beast AI just to like replace his face in the thumbnail. Go Alistair and Zelina together.
Sure. If they're gonna, you know what the WWE is probably afraid of? They were probably afraid of PETA because they could have probably used a real snake for Zelina.
Yeah,
that would have been cool. I always love when good old Jake the Snake Roberts had Damien. Number 6.
I mean, Damien Priest coming back with his burned eye.
They should have given him an eye patch.
I agree. We could do that. We could do like
Damien
okay, Damien returning, right?
Yeah, dude, the Wepa King. We're
gonna look at like Dominic here next.
I like Dom at 7.
Yeah,
I like Dom going like, I didn't do anything. I don't know. They're speaking Spanish. Any love for Charlotte and Alexa?
Yeah,
give me Charlotte. By far their best match. Yeah, by far their best match. As a tag
by the
champion.
way, how did it work out? Demanding. Oh, we want more Sol Ruca. Do you see what you caused? Sancho? This is on you. The Sol Ruca injury is on you. The blood is in your hands, Sancho. You're demanding, using your powerful platform to demand that WWE moves mountains to have Sol Ruca appear constantly, already a workhorse on NXT. I need her more on Friday Night SmackDown. I need more Sol Ruca. Injured because of you, Sancho. You did this. You caused this. I hope you lose sleep over our Sol Ruca being out for who knows how long. I rest my case. Your Honor, I do declare, I do believe that Sancho West is hereby guilty of the crimes against one Sol Ruca.
You, Santi, caused this to happen. You caused Jelly Roll to hurt himself and bleed jelly everywhere. It's your fault that he came off the top rope. He came off the top rope.
Listen, but at the very least, if that does happen, if he does splat and bleed jelly everywhere, it still counts. So I'll still be oiling up.
You still honor it?
They'll still honor it, dude. We will do a Jelly Roll Memorial Foundation for the oiling up.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, damn you, Santi! Damn you!"
No, he's like, will he still oil up? Yes, Jelly, he will. Then I can pass away and jelly out in peace. He just turned into just a pile of jelly. Oh my God, he was jelly all along.
He's like an alien from this planet. I can now go. He chose the most lovable form, dude. A country singer like Jelly Roll. You like the rumor that Post Malone wants to get a match against Seth Rollins?
I think that rumor is hilarious. I would love that.
Why not? Number 9. Trying to think. Any love for Drew? No, we got Drew here. No, we don't have Drew.
No, we don't have Drew. Yeah, we can put Drew.
Yeah, we Drew. And number 10, sir. Number 10. I mean,
Wyatt 6 just went down to AAA and won the tag titles.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my prediction's coming true. I predicted they would be a goblin eater of tag team titles, a world eater of tag team titles, brother. Nothing like a little scary haunted house maze at the.
Oh wait, no, maybe not. Never mind.
Damn it, Santi.
My bad. No, they just held the titles at the end of the show, so we are going to be getting that match.
We held them up.
I've been watching the whole show, so
we held them up and licked them little titles.
Ew.
I'm looking at my IG. Let me see. Any love for Iliad for being another member?
Oh, I thought we already had Iliad. Sure. I think Iliad being on there is good. Solid match.
Iliad Dragunov. How you spell Dragunov?
Dragunov. Dragunov.
Dragunov. There is your number 10, Ilya Dragunov. Number 9, Drew Mack. Number 8, good old. Who did I write? Charlotte Flair and Alexa. Number 7, Dominic Mysterio. Number 6, Damian Priest. Number 5, Aleister Black. Number 4, CM Punk. Number 3, Kabuki Warriors. Number 2, Jey Uso. Number 1, Jade Cargill. My question for you, real quick, is: do you keep the belt on Dominic? If it's not John Cena, keep the belt until Liv Morgan comes back.
If it's not John Cena, yeah, keep the belt on him until Liv Morgan comes back.
Okay,
I can mess with that. I like it. Folks, thank you so very much for watching this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast, coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. Of course, you could have gotten this earlier than everywhere else over on Patreon. And big shout out goes out to our $15 patrons. They are the producers of the show, and as such, also get their names read out here at the end credits. So big thank you goes out to Lord BB&J, Zeke Love. I'm going backwards here, Sancho. Yeah. Zeke loves A2K needs to oil up.
From butt to mouth.
Yep, that's exactly how I pictured it. Zacurious Cox. Zach Griffin, your girl side. YM Cab, Zax Mira, William Newton, White Mexican, Juan Pablo, Void Z, Verzo, Venom, Vegan Penguin, Unknown Zero, Tyler Logan, Tycho, Tribal Chief, Joshua Uso, put Sancho on the thumbnail, Trevor Harder, Trent Head, Tom Sorati, Tom Lehman, Tobias Burnett, Toasty, Tim Higgins, The Wepa Warrior, Bing Bong, Theo Perdios, The Final Boss, Bloodline Rules, The LA Knight Mega Glazer, Jacob Kufis, The Vanilla Joe Rilla, Super Malachi Galaxy, Steve O Lentils, Slow Toke Rodriguez, Slime Manny 00, Sir Nightmare, Sip God, Shocks, Shitstain Nakamura, Shane, Shaggy WWE, Semba, Savage Field, Saudi Rick Boog, Sauce God, Santi's Tribal Chief Gibby Fresh, Santi doesn't know how to spell Ryan, Santi Flatline Zap, Santi Oil Up for Cena retirement match, Santi has a gay beard. Of course, that's the one that takes us to the next page, so I have to pause. Sancho's number one fan. Sancho doesn't get a safe space. Salguero, Sadie Brink, Riley, Ryan Spradley, Ruben Sanchez, Royce Ruffo, Ricky Dutcher, Rick Marr, 1R, Reaper God, Rashad Walton, Prince Vegeta, Pat Mitmark, Pat R, Papa Bear 26, Oscar Ruiz, Oliver Hammonds, OJ the DM, Oil Up Now, Santi 69, Oil, Obi Nobi, Obafemi for a US champ, not IC champ, Noah Booth, Noah, NyQuil Pad, Nihilius, Nick Bushkes, Nicholas Kyle, Nathan Tully, my mom turned heel on me, Muhammad Al-Banai.
You get no dinner tonight.
Mohammed H. Ahmed, Mohammed Mitchell X, Miguel Paredes, Michelle McCool replaced my username, Michael Vera, Michael Tervino, Michael Paz, Meredith Lee, Mackay, Mayhem Matthew, Mossy, Matthew Watkins, Matthew Oberg, Marnie YCSM, Mark Majed, Luis Jimenez. Look, it's Pac-Man, Wepa, Lachlan, Lil Shifu, Liam, Kuwaiti Rigboogs, Kayon P, Ken Yu, Carrion Cross, Ask Me, ESPN Plus, or Dinner with Jay-Z, Caleb Martin, Justin Brooks, Juliana Sarfi, Joshua Kane, Joz B, Jordan Lynch, Johnny Owens, Johnny Moore, Jonathan Cox, Joey Romig, Joe Velez, Jahihi Ahihi, Jeremiah Kelly, Jeremiah Finley, Jelly Roll, Jelly Goose, Lesnar Roll, JC Worley, Javion McDuffie, Jay is Cal, Jax Teller, Javier Rodriguez, Jason Vane, Jason Flynn, Jason De Dios, Jared Leverduer, Jared Hernandez, James, Jake Chavoya, Jacob Saffel, Jacob Pena, Jacob Mueller, Jackson Parrish, Jackson, Jack Harris, Jack, it's Astro Kid, Issa says Santi oil up tit to tit, Imposter Sancho, I'm Braun Strowman, Ian McNugget, I'm Rick James bitch, I'm Wepa, you Wepa, he, she, me, wepaing. God, that I lost brain cells reading that. Hey, Shakes. Heath Robertson, GXA Man, Griteo M, Governor, Go Blue Jays, Gilbert Deans, Garrett Woods, Gabriel Mesa, Fug Nux, Freezer, forget the hyphen between Sancho, World, and Order, FMF CMA, Fletcher Walpole, 5 Knuckle RKO, Isatch, All Hail, Joe Alt, Savior of the Chargers, Ethan Domingue, Aaron Thorne, Eric Ruiz Romero, El Joshi, El Juan de Americano, El Hijo del Dr. Jelly Roll Jr., Egg Toast, Sean, Dylan, Lopez, D. Lopez, Digi, Diego Villeda, Derek Barnhart, Dan Schubert, Dalton Dunbar, Corey King, Colby Mayo, Clay, Chucky Gonzalez, Christian Anderson, Chris Butner Lucas, Chris, Chocolate Santi, and the Sanch Dog Flavored Water, Chimchar Collectibles, CB, Carlos Gonzalez, Cameron Talks WWE, Cameron Waring, Caleb Parker, Brian Gallardo, Brody Cyphers, Brady Keaton, Braden Primo, Brad Lee, Boy Mal, Bluefish, Blue Cord, Black Lesnar, Blenda, Bing Bong Wepa, B Hostile, Beans, Bailey Saunders, Ayo Carr, Aussie Kingslayer, Ashley, Arrogans, Ariel Pacheco, Arctic Wolf, Antonio Arjona, American Nightmare, Cody Lander, Alfie Wolfi, Alfie the Chosen One, Alex Regal, Abreem Zuda, Aiden, 4 weeks and still no NXT hot takes, Chargers are posers and frauds. You know what's funny? This guy, Chargers are posers and frauds, tried so hard to be the first one read out and instead was the last. You fucking suck. Get played. All right, folks. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Be wonderful people. Goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye.